Oh. Hello. Hi. Welcome to the Thursday afternoon stream. Pull my clothes down a bit. Okay. I'm just going to share the link on the Facebook. I should get into the other forms of social media, but I just, I'm a bit old. All the Instagram-y stuff, and what else is it? Twitter and all the rest. Just can't be asked. No, wrong password. What is it? Instagram, obviously Facebook, Twitter. Isn't there another one? Okay. Hope you're enjoying. Oh, it hasn't got a picture anyway. I hope you're enjoying the afternoon. Hope you've eaten. You have food. You have heating. Our boiler has just been fixed. It was off yesterday, so I had no heating or hot water over the evening and this morning. So it's just come just a minute before I went live and fixed it. I'm like, oh God, what timing. Just got it sorted. So I can feel the heat from the radiator. Like, oh, it's such a lovely thing to have heat. We're so fortunate to have food at our fingertips. It's just crazy. We have food, we have a roof over our head, most of us. We have heating, we have so much. Crazy. We used to have to and some still do, hunt and forage for food and take the whole day working to try and get food. We still do in a way, I guess, working to get food, money for food. But yeah, it was just different. And we just have so much at our fingertips. So much. Just bought a new bag off eBay. Like, that's just crazy. And it'll be here like tomorrow or something. It's just crazy. But I really appreciate heating. I love to have heat and food. Food and heating are my favourite two things. Food and heating. Yes, I'm happy. That could be a coming from my upbringing, my lower class, poverty, homeless upbringing. So yeah, I really appreciate having food and heat. Yeah. Anyway, what is this thing called? Oh yeah, enjoy. How do I write it? Enjoy in yourself. Enjoy in yourself. Enjoy in yourself. So welcome to the talk. I'll just sit for a little bit and just compose the energy. Just feeling a bit. I'll just calm it a bit, calm it down. So what is this talk about? So what we look for, what the human is usually doing, is looking for home, looking for love, looking for happiness in experience, looking out to the world of form to find love, to find wholeness, to find this joy, to find this peace, to find this freedom. Because it seems to be that it seems to be that pleasure is the source of our happiness. We believe that in being happy, then we'll be happy. We'll be free of seeking, really, free of this uncomfortability, this discomfort, and this constant seeking to try to appease that, to try to deal with that discomfort, that not enough feeling. So pleasure seems to be the obvious thing. When we have pleasure, there's obviously not that discomfort. There's not that intense wanting to avoid or get away from what is happening. There's a total openness, a total acceptance, a total freedom when there's pleasure and happiness. There isn't that constricted feeling, that feeling of lack, of not enough, of wanting something else. And so naturally we try to then seek that all the time, seek that in things, believing that the things give us that. And in a way it seems as if it does. So you get the new computer, phone, bag, house, car, whatever it is, person, and there is that disappearance of that not enough feeling, that lack feeling. There is that feeling of woohoo, life is good, that openness. But what we look for really is this freedom. And then freedom isn't a feeling. It isn't just a woohoo or a joy. It isn't just that. A freedom, real freedom, is beyond all feelings, beyond all experiences, beyond all movements or appearances. Did I say that already? I can't remember. It's beyond everything. It's beyond form. It's beyond flavor and color and anything. That's freedom. So we imagine it's to do with pleasure and happiness, and it isn't. It's a total freedom beyond that. And then naturally a happiness and a joy comes but it's not from anything. It's not based upon an item or an object or an experience or a person or a achievement. My jumper's really scruffy. This is my scruffy jumper that I do stuff in. I've kept it on all day, so it's a bit messy, but yeah, oh well. So it's not based upon anything, and that's freedom. That's freedom. It doesn't matter what the situation or the circumstances are. Yes, it's better to have heating and food and people and success and achievements and all these lovely pleasures, but there's something that's free beyond that. They're temporary experiences, temporary highs, temporary joys, lovely and a part of life, totally, but we get mistaken to believe these pleasures are our happiness, are our happiness. We mistake that and believe if we can only get our life in order with these things here and this thing here, then there's happiness, then there's rest, then there's freedom. So it's this constant trying to get there, this constant trying to arrange things and get things how we imagine they should be to produce this final, ta-da, I've arrived. I can now rest. I can now find God. I can now find peace. I can now be in that state of happiness. But it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. That's an endless treadmill. Endlessly paddling and swimming to get to something that you believe is freedom. But it's not true. It's simply not true. So true joy or true happiness is what we are, is what this is. This is true freedom. Our peace is not found in the mind, in time, in future, in storyline. It's what we naturally are, what this naturally is. And this is a miraculous thing to begin to realize, that in this life story or experience can only be pleasure and pain, pleasure and pain, have it, lose it. It can only exist in that, only exist in that. And how can there be freedom in that, in just that? We're hypnotized by this, getting it, losing it. I need it, I want it. We're obsessed by this, hypnotized by this movement. And what's being pointed to here is that that is merely a play appearing, and there's nothing in it for you. So this dream of you're gonna find something in it isn't true, isn't true. This person who's looking for something in that isn't true, isn't who you are, isn't a reality. It's part of this dream loop, this endless loop, looking. And this is a movement back, or waking up of something that was never in that loop. It was always shining, always free, never contained in a position or an idea or perspective or a story. That story appears here. It appears in this. And it's not true. It's simply a movement. But energetically, it feels like that movement is who I am. Energetically, it feels like that movement is true, and it's the reality, it's the way things are. And there is just this. There is just this movement, just this story, this character, just this seeming time-based reality. Energetically, it can feel like that. And you're someone in that, trying to get out of that. So in spirituality, often we're someone, we are that person, and we're trying to find a way out of that. We're trying to be good enough to get out of that, get better so we can get out of that. But what's being pointed to in non-duality, in wholeness, is that that whole thing is a movement. None of that is true. Who you are is never being someone in that storyline, in that dream of someone on a journey in time to get out of something. That whole thing is the illusion being, it seems to appear, but it's not what we believe it is. It can feel so true and so real and so containing, like it's a boundary is in that story of someone, but it's not true. There's this shift that can happen where that is not who you are. That's merely a movement, a dream appearing, a play on a stage, a film on a screen, words in a book. They are actually truth. They only exist in that book. And the way it feels here is the book doesn't necessarily close. The book is still read. It's still playing out. The film is still playing. While the body's alive, there'll be a film playing, a play being acted out. There'll be a book being read. But there's a seeing, which is so bizarre. There's a seeing beyond it. That is a book. That is a play. That is a film. And it's not truth. Then the thought comes, well, what is seeing that? What knows it's a play or a story or a book? What is seeing that? What is seeing it? What is seeing it? That is seeing it. That which can't be described or named. We have names for it. I think emptiness is a nice name for it. Emptiness. That which isn't a form, and yet at the same time is all form, which can't be understood by the mind. I mean, it can to a point. The mind can grasp it to a point, but can never be it. That can never be it. That can only be another part of the story, another scene in the play. It's impossible. An impossibility for something separate, a concept, an idea, a person to look out and see this. An impossibility can only happen seemingly in the dream. So it then can't be true. It then can't be true. It's impossible. Impossible. And that's not a negative thing, which the mind may interpret it as, oh, it's impossible, I can't get it, it's no point. That's not what is being said or expressed. That's the mind's interpretation. That's the mind story. That's the victim story. Oh, poor me, I can't get it. This is beyond you. It's beyond that story, beyond that mind. It's beyond that. It includes that, but it's beyond that. A total love affair. Total love affair with itself. There is nothing else but that, but wholeness. That's all this is. That's all everything is, wholeness. So we speak here and we celebrate that. We celebrate this freedom. We celebrate this wholeness, this unity, beyond seeming separation, beyond seeming difference, beyond seeming form. And we celebrate the seeming difference, but we look at the illusion of that, meaning the not truth of that. Yeah. Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay. I won't sing today. Okay. Let's go to my knee's really sore. I keep driving. I think I'm driving too close to the steering wheel, so my right knee keeps hurting. Oh, it's really painful. Okay. Karsten. Hi, Karsten. Have a great stream today. Don't have a question, but I am. Oh, put myself on active. So yeah, feel free to message me now. But I am feeling lately 2 words: confusion, mystery. I don't have a question, but I'm feeling 2 words: confusion, mystery. How suffering feels like confusion, and how freedom feels like a total free mystery, and how they both seem to be to side, or maybe seem to be the side of the same coin of unknowing. I just don't know. Have a great day. Have a great day. Have a great day. Yeah, it's unknowable. It's unknowable. You can't know this. You can't know it, but it is. It is. You don't need to know it. You don't need to have it in a bundle of thought. And you can't. What you can have is ideas and beliefs that you agree with or believe in, but that's not what's being spoken about. It's totally not knowable. It is. It is. That's the freedom. That's the freedom and the joy. It is. It is. Nothing more, nothing less. This is. Have a great day. Should I put on the chat box? See if anyone wants to. Oh, my Skype is, sorry, my Skype is Rebekah Maroon. I forgot to mention that. So to call in, you have to ask to call on Skype. So or on here, just say I want to call in, but you have to do it through Skype to call. So yeah. I can change, I can change. I can put a YouTube symbol on. Oh, that's cool. Distraction. Okay, let's leave that alone. So any questions, then please do get in contact. I'm not sure if YouTube likes that I sit quietly for too long. You have to learn about all these different things that I'm not really up to scratch on about YouTube and how to get your videos seen more. It's kind of lots to learn about it that I haven't really invested much time into. All the algorithms and stuff. I'm not sure whether being quiet for a long time is a positive thing on YouTube. It's like a marketplace in a way. You have to like keep busy, keep producing, keep yeah. I'm not sure I'm cut out for that marketplace, to be honest. But I try a bit, but I don't much I can do all the things required. Hi, Gary. Hi, Rebekah. A couple of nights ago, I really looked for the what. I really looked for the what I was pointing to. Saw it was pointing to nothing, and then saw how that means there is no one controlling this body or thoughts. It was really what the word I was pointing to. Oh, I see. I really looked for what the word I was pointing to. The word I, yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, it was really confronting and a bit scary. And now there seems to be just like a clinging or pretending to be in control. Can you speak at all about this kind of thing? Thanks. I'll just read it again. That's the first bit is just so beautiful. I was looking, I can't read it right, but I was looking for what the word I was pointing to. That's so beautiful. And then you say you saw it was pointing to nothing. I'm not sure about that part, but the first part of looking for what the eye was pointing to just feels really beautiful. The answer to that is really like irrelevant. It feels like it's so irrelevant. Normally we want the answer to that, but actually just the looking for what this I is. Where is this I? What is this I? Just that looking. Not looking with the mind, like searching with the mind, but this energetic looking, this feeling, this openness. Really beautiful. So it was not, yeah, nothing, and then saw how that means there is no one controlling this body or thoughts. It was really confronting and a bit scary. Yeah. Hell yeah. 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 That this is all just happening. There isn't someone in there doing it, operating it, in control of it. And now there seems to be just like a clinging or pretending to be in control. Yeah. But that doesn't need to be a problem either. So there's a claiming and a pretending to be someone happening. It's just happening. Who owns that? Who owns that person? Who's responsible for that person? For that idea, that claiming and pretending to be in control? That doesn't need to be believed in and held on to as truth, as what's really happening. It's really not a problem. All these stories we tell, all these voices of authority in our heads, it's really not a problem. Like it's the whole like when you're younger, the whole like devil on your shoulder, the good angel and the devil on the shoulder, the good voice and the bad voice. We have both of them, and we occasionally we're the devil, or then we're the angel, or we suppress the devil and try and be the angel to certain people and hide the devilish sort of energies or feelings or bad thoughts and feelings. We present the angel, present the positive, and feel ashamed and embarrassed about the negative aspects of what we are, of what this is. But neither of them are true. Neither of them are reality. It's just a part of the functioning of being human, of having this thinking ability, that these thoughts appear, these feelings that appear, and we believe, the mind believes it is ours. So this identity grows of these thoughts and feelings are mine. If they're good, I'm an angel. If they're bad, oh, I'm wicked. But actually, none of them are true. None of them are who we are. None of them. So in one way, it's good to be aware of thoughts and feelings, to know our patterns, to know the conditioning. It's good to be aware of our bad parts, our, not bad, but our what's the word? Not so great. I can't think of the word. Not so great parts. Our greedy parts, our selfish parts, our whatever it is. Our naughty parts, our good parts, our positive parts, our loving parts. All these things. Good to be aware of that. What our shortcomings are as a human, and our positive traits as a human are. But neither of them are true. Neither of them are who we actually are. They're just a functioning. Just a functioning. Just a functioning. They're not truth. What they're saying isn't truth. What is being spoken isn't truth. What is being felt isn't truth. There was confusion because the eye couldn't be pointed to, like sensations and thoughts easily can. But then I was still here wondering, what am I? There was confusion because, yeah, you couldn't find an I, you couldn't find a position, a person. But then I was still here wondering, what am I? Yeah, but who was still here? That same voice saying, "Who am I?" Excuse me. That voice that seems to be so permanent and so real and so consistent. Actually, it's not consistent. It just appears as if it is. It has memory. It remembers other feelings and thoughts and puts it in line like a story, as if it's a permanent, real thing. So it'll appear and say, "I'm still here." Then there's a car, and there's itching the head, then there's I'm hungry, then there's something else happening, and oh, I'm still here. It's not true. It's not true. It's not a continuous thing. That's the story it's telling. I'm real. I'm consistently here. I'm a person. I'm this. I am that. repeating its story. But it's not true. It's not true. There's something else here that's always here. It's not appearing and disappearing. But because it's always here, there can't be a... it can't be... It's not appearing saying, hello, I'm here. It's always just here. And so it doesn't make a noise on the screen. It doesn't make any splash or any paint splashes on the page. It's always just here. It is the page. It is the screen. And so it's seemingly overlooked because it's always just here. It has no color, no quality, no fragrance, and so it's overlooked. What is seen is the, as you were saying, the sensations, the thoughts, the feelings, the objects. Thoughts of I, feelings of I appear. But there's something that isn't a thing. Isn't a thing. And it's just here. It doesn't matter what's appearing on the screen of it, it's just here. Unaffected, uninterested. It's just here. Thank you. Thanks, beautiful as always. I can see what you mean. The same voice just came back and it was believed. Seems like. Yeah. And it's not true. It's just I'm not saying you ignore it. I'm not saying you ignore it. That feeling of being someone, that those thoughts of being someone. Maybe some people say that, ignore it, but I'm not saying ignore it. Like denying it or ignoring it. I'm saying the opposite in a way. I'm saying not the opposite, but I'm saying like totally acknowledge that sense of being a person. Totally acknowledge that sense of I, that feeling of I, those thoughts of I. Acknowledge them. Muja used to say, "Don't log on." I don't log on. Don't log on to them. Yeah, but not ignoring them either. Like not suppressing them or ignoring them, but seeing them, feeling them, fully embodying them. But they're not true. Like it's this discovery of what you are beyond them. And when logging on happens, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect what you are. Log on, don't log on. But it's pointing to what you are beyond it. It's not true. It's not true. No thing is true. This is such a radical, total freedom. It really is. total freedom. Yeah. Thank you. So any more? Oh, got a low battery. It might last. Yeah, it's fine. Any more questions? Harry is typing. Thanks. Just in case you didn't know, I think your YouTube chat is disabled. Is it? No, it's on. I've put something there. It's disabled. It shouldn't be. It works. It works for me when I put something. Yeah. Are you seeing what I'm writing? Maybe it's me. Yeah, it could be on your side. If you can see what I've put on my emojis, then it's working. I can see them, so I'm not sure. Yeah, it could be your maybe using a phone or something, or I don't know. Thank you. Let me know anyway. It could have been my end, so thanks for. Yeah, it's working. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for letting me know. Okay, so maybe we leave the stream there. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for tuning in. So yeah, I shall see you on another video or another stream. Lots of love. Bye.